you all know what happened last week. Lots of interpersonal fun and excitement. Brewer's repaired. Aaron Wynn is with the party currently. Brewer came in and spoke of, made a request to be to travel with them back to the keep. He wants to return to this keep that he used to stay at. He knows that it's been bequeathed to the party. He just doesn't want to make the trip alone in the condition he's in. So he made a request to be, I guess, technically escorted there if they could, but understood if not, of course. And had a story about the keep that he was about to tell Kaylin. Some of the mysteries of the keep. He gave the party the... What do you call it? It's basically like the sigil used for teleportation circle. It's like the arcane sequence. I can't think of the term.
I think it's just rune sequence, I guess.
Thank you. Yes, rune. I'm like, it's not glyph. It's... I should have started on my coffee a little earlier. Yeah, the runic sequence for the keep's permanent circle. Ooh. And Frank, I'm sorry, shame on me. Mort, I believe, just recently learned teleportation circle, I think.
Right.
Or
yes.
Yeah. Okay, good, the circle. So that may come in handy and make short work of the travel. And Brixie, towards the end there, experienced not a vision, but an actual memory of her walking down this twisted staircase where there was no gravity, and that there's gravity to the staircase, but it spun around. As she's walking down, she saw a bunch of other Brixies walking down different stairs and arrived at this doorway at the very bottom and opened it up to this huge city that sort of twisted up around itself, almost like it was on the inside of a huge ring or tube, where the city was fastened all the way around and up, almost sort of like the Citadel, I guess, in Mass Effect. And that you could look directly up and see buildings that were essentially upside down, and there were a number of twisted and warped buildings and doors, and a very eerie feeling before this sort of cloaked female presence arrived, and she felt pushed away, and woke up. So and that was a memory from when she summoned Misop and went down the stairwell. She, I don't know if she recognized it as Sigil the City of Doors, or if she showed it to someone else and they recognized it. Does anyone recall?
Kaylin recognized the City of Doors.
Okay. Excellent, then.
Can you guys hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Discord keeps telling me it can't detect my mic, so it's cool.
Come on, Discord.
God.
Okay. So... Oh, good. Did someone else join? Excellent. Because I looked back and I saw like the mosaic of Beth around on the... It's like, oh! It was Sam had to leave. Okay, to see, because the webcam isn't working.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, that's really weird. I don't know why my camera's not working.
That's so weird.
I'll work on that.
Haha, neat. I don't know if it makes a difference or not. In the other campaigns, sometimes that happens to one of the players, and they end up having to restart entirely. And
yeah, computer's saying it has updates.
Oh, naturally.
Yeah, I really don't want to do that.
Hey, Mariah. Yay. All right, let me get back to the editor here and do a quick tweaker-broonie. Now that we have... Oops, too far.
Have we determined the inspiration die yet?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah, no one's rolled yet. Yeah, go ahead and roll your 20s. Make it happen. Alright, let me first transition this so I can see. Caitlin's fine, Mort's fine. Top right is Brixie. Then Emil. Right middle is now Blueberry. And then bottom left is Aaronwin. And Galathor remains the same. Okay. Alright, that's good. Whew. Alright. So, Caitlin, are you back perchance yet? No problem if you're not here. Alright, I'm just gonna give Caitlin just another minute. Oh, I know, that screech just came through.
I'm getting things set up.
Okay, yep, take your time.
Yeah, but I'm here if you have something you need to roleplay.
Okay, I was just gonna fire up. I believe Brewer had, asked you if you have time for a story.
Yes, and I said absolutely.
And then he got up and walked away. No, just kidding.
Oh, what?
Oh, no.
I'm going to get some headphones plugged in here, too, if I'm echoing or anything.
I don't hear any yet, so I think you're good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, Brewer, I don't know if I want him to roleplay the whole thing out. Maybe for time, I'll just say... some of it I'll say, and then we'll roleplay the rest. Basically, he tells you some of what you know about the keep already. You all saw that huge, 100-foot wide stone arcane circle in the backyard, essentially, of the keep. You own the entire 500-acre plot, by the way, which it would have said in the deed, including part of the lake in the back.
Oh my god.
There's that huge arcane circle in the back. There, he talks a little bit about the companions that he used to reside there with. He used to brew things. I mean, he talks about how that Warforged are named after the thing, their jobs and such. And so you get a little bit of a history of the place. He then continues and says, down below the mage circle, in the rear, there is a sealed off room. The previous party acquired a large magical mirror with only activated by the power of at least 2 ley lines intersecting. There are 3 that intersect below that mage circle. The mirror holds unknown powers. And so the room was sealed. Yeah. So it kind of gives you, a heads up about that.
Is he just giving this to Kaylin, or are we all kind of?
I think we're all
breakfast table?
sitting there. He sat across side from or something.
So does that make us the owners of the mirror, or does that make us the caretakers of the mirror?
Caretakers, if you choose to use it or test it. in the previous party, the mirror allowed communication between one of my friends and his deceased twin. Another friend had lost her wings as a child, and they were healed. Yet another was drawn into the mirror and trapped. And the party, the rest of us, had to enter to safely retrieve them.
Dan, would I have heard the wizards talking about something like this at one point?
This is like... no, only because this is like ultra mega secret.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I was going to say, I was going to assume Mort doesn't have any memory or recollection of anything like this.
If any of you, for those that are proficient in our Arcana, or history, go ahead and make like a history check. You know, anyone with a sage background can do it with advantage. Ooh, nice.
yeah.
16.
We can use real dice if we.
Surprise, Sam! Real dice.
What?
Yeah.
Let me go get my dice.
Oh boy.
This is going to take 2 or 3 trips for those of you at home.
Nice. I hear kids getting pushed out of the way. Get out of the way.
I have an entire game bag full of dice now.
Oh, nice. All right, Mort 17, Aaron Lynn. Well, you can roll again if you want with the real die. And Kaylin, did you?
Mine's 17 without adding anything onto it.
Okay, then that kind of meets. There are
17 as well.
Ooh, nice.
25.
Oh, awesome. Sweet. All of you are aware, all of you that rolled there are aware of mirrors like this. Not quite like this, but mirrors that hold certain powers. You've heard of mirrors that can imprison people. You've heard of mirrors that are powered in spots that have a large amount of arcane energy. A mirror of this level would be legendary compared to maybe the rare mirrors that you're aware of.
Oh.
To put in perspective.
I want to go see this. This sounds cool.
This sounds terrifying.
Yeah. So this mirror is...
I've been trapped in some tight spots in my life, but a mirror? I don't know about that.
That's funny.
So this mirror is in the keep, Dan?
Yeah, Brewer says it's below. There's 2 levels below that mage circle in the back. One is the teleportation room. The other below that is this room, and it's currently sealed. He says that, you know, as it is, it should be safe because it's sealed off. So if you don't want to touch it, you can just leave it there.
Oh no.
But he wanted everyone to know about it because it is a big secret. The head arcanist at the Ephron Wizards College of Ephron. Well, I haven't been on that continent for a while. In Zambora there is the only other person that knows, and of course, council person Shuffletrot. But in the wrong hands, it could probably not be good.
In our hands, it could potentially not be good.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Have you known of any evil to come from the mirror?
Not as of yet. No.
the person that got trapped in the mirror ever be let out?
We did, in fact, retrieve them. Yes.
Oh, we can retrieve them.
It was a trying adventure, but we returned with our friend and a small fortune. But almost not at all.
Hmm. Powerful.
Meanwhile, everybody in the stream is trying to figure out why Ed did that.
It wasn't a sudden seizure or anything. He's okay.
Nice.
There was a fly, and it was like right here, and then it was right there.
Awesome. Top right is Galathor. Is I'm setting up the layout. You want it on Galathor, I imagine.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Nice. All right. Left is Brixie. That is. I'm just for those in the stream. I'm just swapping around some name tags here.
Well, Galathor looks exactly how I imagined someone named that would look.
Awesome.
His nickname is Galathor, default icon Ainsley.
Amazing. All right, let's see. I think I got this right here. Brixie Mort. I'm thinking there. All right, cool. That's amazing. Okay.
What would you suggest, Brewer, that we do with the mirror?
The mirror seems to respond to one's needs most of the time.
What does respond mean, though? Because that could go both ways.
When our friend lost his brother, he traveled with us before becoming enfeebled, seeking answers regarding his brother. Upon completion of repair and installation of the mirror, it responded by allowing him to speak to his brother. Our other friend had been tortured as a child and had her wings removed. And lived most of her life without knowing the beauty of flight. But after experiencing flight with another, began to mourn the loss of her wings. Upon gazing into the mirror, she saw her form healed. And so it was. However, this was not the case with the third friend.
Do you have any idea what the third friend was thinking at the mirror? What the circumstances of when he used the mirror?
Sadly,
Or she?
her mind was in chaos. You can almost hear the gears whirring in his head as he he's unsure how much to say about this particular friend. I do not know if it was her state of mind or simply a matter of the mirror not working every time. Perhaps being trapped was exactly what she needed. I do not know.
Did you know of a procedure, or how did they use the mirror? How did you activate?
One with arcane abilities or skills can muster forth your energy, and the one needed that requires the mirror simply looked into it.
Okay.
He seems sort of... But... the travel is long, and I am weary. If you would allow, consider traveling with me so that I may rest and recover there. I would greatly appreciate it. He kind of looks around at all of you. However, you have all done so much already.
Hey, there we go.
Huzzah!
So, do I need to roll up a new character again?
Not yet.
Yeah, Brewer told the story. There have been 2 fatalities so far.
Aaron Wynn begins choking on a chicken bone. No!
She would.
Kaylin will put her hand on Brewer's arm and just in a reassuring kind of like, I will go with you, I will take you there sort of gesture.
He has a bit of stuttering in his mechanics as his shoulders tip forward, his arm goes down, it's a little kind of leans over towards you with a thankful nod.
Kaylin nods in return.
Okay, so I'll gladly try out this transportation circle since we have now the rune sequence for the key. I just need a long night's rest, and I need to go pick up one component. But I also want to do maybe any last minute. I'll ask Brewer real quick. What are there any towns nearby the keep, or how do they acquire supplies when they're at the keep?
There is a city, the city of Zambora. Only a 3-hour walk away, or 1-hour ride.
Question. Was Sambora not somewhere near Mina's family? No, or Mia's family.
That is where her family is.
Ah,
Her
yeah, that's
father
right.
is the guild master.
Then we might have a certain obligation to go to Sambora anyways.
anyone pick up her ashes?
Oh no, Mina is
Oh.
not Mina. Mina has no one left alive.
Mina.
Let me tell you about all my other characters. There's been so many, I know it's confusing. Yeah, Mina's with her husband in the afterlife. She's gone. Or Mia's family is in Zambora, and they have her body. Maybe.
Yeah, I think we sent it on, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
As far as you know.
Preserved and sent. Yeah, mailed. It's got the stamps like from around the different countries.
We're gonna get there. She's gonna have been resurrected. She's gonna be real mad at us.
Real mad.
And Sam can have a conversation with herself, with the characters.
If Ormi is there. You don't know.
Well, I think we should go.
For sure.
Okay. I'm going to go out and just pick up the one. I need some chalk, basically. If anybody has any chalk, I'll take it.
Kaylin looks in her bag, even though she doesn't have any. But she's going to look and like rummage through her bag just in case.
Excellent.
I think maybe and then just starts rummaging through, like putting stuff out on the table.
There's a whole bunch of stuff back at the Wizard's Tower too. They're not using it anymore. If you want to go back there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Be honest, Aaron. Do you really want to go back there?
Everyone looks at Aaron when they're just like,
Nope, I don't, but I'm just telling you that they had really nice stuff and no one's there to use it anymore, so it might as well be put to use instead of collecting dust.
Maybe King Felix could get some of his guards to secure that part of the city.
That would be a good idea.
Oh, it's secure. It's definitely secure. There was no one else there. It's just, you have to go. Go get this stuff.
I mean, King Felix could probably get a royal brigade, right?
Yeah. Also, I would say that Blueberry probably has some in one of her pouches there. His pouches. Along with the books and everything else.
Okay. I will sit down and just start getting stuff out.
Nice. See one of those back pouches that's perfect for you to like use your back paw to scratch at. It pops out. Yeah.
There we go.
Some chalk falls out, rolls under the table.
Aim towards Mort, just
a piece of chalk comes flying up. Mort. Oh, you now have some chalk.
Okay, so I'll put that. Well, all right.
Look at that. Kaylin will pat Blueberry on the head and give Blueberry a piece of sausage from her bag.
And although Blueberry's a dog, he's going to do the whole cat thing where he goes in between your legs and rubs up against you.
So cute.
Kaylin just thinks and looks down, not really sure how to respond, but just letting Blueberry do it.
All right.
So the last thing I need to do is just need to do a long rest so I can prepare the spell. And
all right, let me see if I can find Seb before we go. And Emil sits at the table but closes his eyes and starts mentally calling you for Seb.
Neat. Do you want Seb to... What would you like Seb to do in response?
I think if we've got a long rest to go, he'll probably come by eventually, but it'll take some kind of articulation that like we're going to leave town, we're going to go. I hope you come with us. I'd be sad if I had to go alone.
We're going to leave the continent.
I don't know if Seb understands the word continent, so we'll start small and go from there.
Going over the ocean.
All right. I just realized that Seb is not on this layout. We've had it for quite a while, and I was just looking down like, oh my gosh. So I will remedy that on the break or something. Okay, so yes, you are successfully able to coax or consult with Seb, who ultimately returns. Oh yeah, we do. Warren, you're right. Mort, you're able to. Gosh, was it morning or evening? I feel like maybe it was evening at this point because you guys had.
I thought we were eating breakfast. Actually,
breakfast, right?
Yeah,
We were eating breakfast.
that's what I was going to say. If you guys want to do anything before we
Mm.
go off, you want to go shopping, get supplies. We don't know where we're going to find it to keep, so it might be, might want to gear up before we head over. And does Felix feel well enough to travel?
Ooh. Oh yeah, Felix is flopped over at the table. That's right.
What?
Well,
He's
Felix
also-
is like at the table, like sort of eating, but has like 5 points of exhaustion.
Oh yeah, for real. Who hasn't been?
He's also resetting everything. I think he said.
Okay.
Oh, okay. He doesn't respond yet. He's like fallen into a fit of sleep. But I mean, you've got the day. If any of you have anything you want to do, you've got a day and a night. Then, if you're gonna like go about your business during the day, sleep at night, and then get ready to go the next morning.
I'm gonna go explore.
Yeah, I could probably pick up a couple of things. Pick up a couple of supplies. I'm sure.
Okay.
If we've sorted our money problems out, which I think now that Felix is no longer a statue, we probably have.
Yes.
Yes. Plus, I still have. Yeah. Okay. I was just going to mention that I have 350 gold pieces that I guess, let's have a discussion and see if we're going to put it all together or, whatever we're going to do. I have this 350 gold pieces and 900 silver pieces I want to put back into the coffers, so to speak.
Blueberry's gonna keep his money.
Okay.
All of it.
Nice.
Oh,
Awesome. I actually have to make a note about Blueberry before I forget.
yeah.
Ed wants to know if he can give himself some 5-hour energy so he can move around.
Nice. Who's the alchemist, right? Isn't that Aaron or someone?
That's me.
You hear everyone talking about like an energy potion. You're like, I've got some spare. I mean, you think in your head. You could try and make something. You've got some
I can
herbs.
make something. I can make some. I can probably. Yeah. I think I can make something. I'm gonna go over and poke Felix's shoulder. Do you want me to make you something? I'll go make you something, and I walk off.
Nice.
Maybe she had the Red Bull.
Well, she's definitely willing. She's definitely willing.
Just hope she doesn't fall down a well at some point.
That's what Blueberry's for, right?
Nice.
Kaylin gives.
No, it's not a bad thing.
Kaylin gives Emil a kind of like a look of like, come on now. Get serious.
So I'll just say to Kaylin, if you're going to go shopping, I'll go with you. I just have one or two things. I just have a shopping list. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know. God, as I look at my notes to see like what I've written down for like weeks upon weeks upon weeks since we haven't been out shopping or nothing. Yeah, I do. Oh, maybe you can identify some things for me, Morty.
Yeah, since we're going to take if anybody has anything they want to identify, I'm going to be taking a long rest so we can put it all together and I can put it in a pile and cast identify.
You can do it as a ritual too. So if you take like the 10 minutes,
that's true. That's true.
Kaylin will look to. Is Emil there at the table, or is he off getting sub?
I'm at the table with my eyes closed.
Okay. Oh, Kaylin will like lean over and start to say something, but then see your eyes closed and like stop mid word. Oh. It's okay. I do. Yeah. Oh, and I'll take the bag of stones out of my bag. Out of my bag of thing, Dan, and
Mm-hmm.
kind of push over the table to Morty.
Oh, thank you.
I have no idea what these are.
Oh, what are they again? Scones? I thought you said scones.
What you see is
That's what I thought you said.
I
Yum!
like scones too.
a wrong bag, she says, and she puts that back in her.
Morty looks at it for 5 seconds and goes, "They're scones."
I switch the bags. I give him the bag of stones instead of my bag of stones.
Awesome.
And the scones are probably like weeks old because they're from when Felix made them like 2 weeks ago in game time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're a little hard, but she kind of, shrugs and she's like, I eat them with soup, and she shoves them back into her bag.
Nice. So Mort, you see her. She passes this little tiny leather pouch, almost like a little coin purse with little stitches up the side, little leather band that ties off on the top, and by the weight of it, you feel texture-wise, it feels like a couple probably a couple stones or something like that inside.
Okay.
Like kind of loose in this pouch.
All right, we can do this right now. I'll just put the contents of the bag on the table and take 11 minutes and cast Identify.
Okay.
Ritually, to see if anything pops up.
All right. So you're emptying it out on the table, you said?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, I'll need everyone at the table to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no! You emptied the bag.
Are you freaking serious, Dan?
I'm sorry. Yeah. It's
Aaronwin's not there.
I'm sorry.
Get again. Kaylin saves the day.
Did you say Dex, Dan?
What's that?
Did you say Dex?
Dex. Yes, please.
Lovely.
Okay.
Natural.
Dan. Well, I'm at it. My 5th level spells are gone.
Oh, okay. Your what's gone?
Because she cast Greater Misfortune.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
My 5th level are disappeared.
Okay.
I don't know how, but.
Oh, you just gotta open up the spell book and move them back over.
I did, and all my 5th level spells are gone.
I will take a look for you. Oops. Once Fantasy Grounds decides to stop loading.
Galathor has an Aurora, so everybody gets to add +3 to saves.
Really? That's awesome. Go Galathor.
16 for Brixie.
Right.
16. Okay.
13 for me.
All right.
I would have been happy with just the 13, but thank you.
Dan, I think given the fact that Emil is not really there, I think he's just going to fail that save.
Oh, okay. Right. Oh.
I got a 9.
9? Okay. Kaylin, you got a...
Natural 20.
Oh, wow. Okay. And,
it was a trap all along.
And Galathor? Oh, right. He's not really here. All right. Let me roll. Oh, he did.
Oh, no.
Oh, 5. Okay.
He rolled a 1.
Natural 1.
Oh, right. Oh, wow. These rolled really well, but they're tiny dice. It doesn't matter. All right. So that's so anyone that got below a 15 takes 15,
Brixie saves it.
14 takes 14 points of fire damage.
What?
Anybody that's got a 15 or higher takes half of that. What did I say? 14, so 7.
Kaylin, you and I.
All right,
I'm gonna just Mort, before you do that before you start casting Identify, but the second you do that, you see not 2 stones, not a couple stones falling out, but a couple of beans. Almost petrified beans that fall out of this bag, and as soon as they do, you're like, oh, shabobbles. It's a bag of beans. And when you realize when you dump these out, it explodes, and you're like, oh! So it just obliterates it on the table that you're in the dinner. Breakfast. And so you all kind of, jump away from the table, the flames still catching some of you, but the dining room table here in the middle of the what do you call it? Wow.
The cafeteria?
Thank you. It's going to be a night like that, I'm just saying. In the middle of the cafeteria has been decimated, a little splint of wood flying around, the plates next to you.
Water? Is there any water nearby?
Maybe off on the sides, but in small portions, just to give people... there's some sewer water in some of the, that runs through the walls and through, the spaces just below, the grates.
Is something on fire? Or just
the table's still burning.
Okay, so Brixie is going to cast Control Water, and he's going to control the water to put the fire out in the middle of the table.
With sewer water.
Some sludgy water comes over, complete with some number 1s and number 2s.
What the?
And puts it comes up out of the drains in the floor and does put out the fire. It's just you've got a bit of smoldering poo here and there. But the fire's out, and Mort, you find as you leapt back to get out of this, and grabbed, you had the bag in your hand. You feel that there's still one stuck inside the bottom of the bag.
Okay.
So to give you the rundown of what the bag of beans does for anyone that doesn't know, it's a really neat. Aside from exploding if you dump it out. It's kind of neat. So, all right, let's see. Okay, so you can take. It's pretty cool. If you remove a bean from the bag, plant it in dirt or sand, and then water it, the bean produces an effect 1 minute later from the ground where it was planted. So the DM can choose an effect from the following table. You could determine it randomly or create a different effect. But I'll try and go quickly. Here's some of the effects on the table. One is a bunch of mushrooms sprout, and if a creature eats it, they roll a dice, any die. If it's an odd roll, they have to save a con save or take a bunch of poison damage. Or if it's an even one, then they get a bunch of temporary hit points. The next thing is a geyser erupts and spouts water, beer, berry juice, tea, vinegar, wine, or oil.
Yes.
Into the air, like 30 feet into the air. Another one is a treant sprouts, and it's either friend or foe. This is one of my favorites, though. An animate, immobile, stone statue in your likeness rises. It makes verbal threats against you. If you leave it and others come near, it describes you as the most heinous of villains and directs the newcomer to find and attack you. If you're on the same plane of existence as the statue, it knows where you are. But it becomes inanimate after 24 hours. Campfire with blue flames. A bunch of shriekers sprout. Pink toads crawl forth, and when everyone's touched, it transforms into a large or smaller monster. So hungry bullet.
It was a statue of Fight Me?
For real, yeah. That's awesome.
It was a meme statue.
A fruit tree where you pick a fruit and it acts randomly as a magic potion that's determined by the DM. Yada yada yada. Some other things like that. I don't think. Oh yeah, a 60-foot pyramid with a mummy lord inside sprouts. or a giant beanstalk.
Wow,
So you
that's
have one
quite-
bean.
That's quite of a yeah.
How
Mortimer
many
just
beans
looks
were
up
there?
and just gives the whelp look and like too much pepper in the chili, I think.
Oh, and then it's a concentration spell, but once the fire's out, I'm just dropping it immediately.
Okay. Thankfully, you saved it from dancing around or spreading to the other tables. People at the other tables leapt up like ah. There's a bit of panic, but after dousing it with the water, as it were, peace has been restored to the cafeteria. Some of the vendors are still like.
Just as things get peaceful, Seb flies into the cafeteria, flies straight up to Emil, lands on his shoulder, and starts squawking at everybody else. Because Emil was talking to Seb when he took 14 points of fire damage, and so Seb has flown to his defense and is now angry at everybody else. Trying to figure out not only who flung fire at him, but who flung poo at him.
They were like, Seb, please. And then I'll get the bag. I'll take the bag of the bean and
awesome.
put it in my bag.
Uh-huh.
Is there anyone around that looks like that they're in charge, Den, of the cafeteria area?
I mean, some of the no one in charge. No, just the vendors are kind of coming out, looking around, like some of them are trying. Is everyone all right?
Find someone in charge.
Okay, one person seems to be particularly involved. Is everyone all right?
How much?
Blueberry starts barking at Seb.
Seb is more than willing to call back at you pretty good. So.
It's a snap of going back and forth. The person's like,
how much? Caitlin will just try and break through the noise. Just be like, how much to repair the table? How much would something happened?
we don't have a stable, ma'am.
The table.
Yes, it's broken.
Yes, it is broken. How much are the tables?
Yes, of course. Well, maybe 8 silver. We can.
Kaylin gives him a piece of gold from her 30-some gold reserve that she took off of that soldier back in Bridgeport.
Nice. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
She pats him on the arm because that's as high as she can reach.
Nice. Returns back to the other people. Someone needs to clean this up. Kind of looks back, holding back a gag as he's looking at the remnants of the table. Like, not it. And kind of goes back to their thing.
Kaylin will go for Emil and look up at Seb. Glad to see you're back.
Seb has probably stopped cawing madly by this time, but just kind of tilts its head and looks at you. And
Kaylin smiles nicely at Seb.
with your high charisma?
She's genuinely glad that he's back.
Is Seb like a regular bird or a magical bird?
He is a regular raven.
Cool.
If I could teach him to say nevermore, I would.
I just realized. Wouldn't Felix have taken 14 points of fire damage?
Well, he's at full health, but yeah. I mean, I guess, right, because you probably couldn't. Well, you can roll for Felix. It'd just be at disadvantage with
I rolled.
8 levels. Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah,
He did. He got a 2.
yeah, he didn't make it yet.
I thought that was
Me.
Oh,
Yeah.
did. Oh.
Please tell me we healed him.
You had, yeah. Thankfully, you.
Go for it. Jeez Louise.
Oh, by the way, because I'm at like 5 levels of exhaustion, my hit point maximum has been halved as well. So
Extra careful with Felix.
Yeah.
Kaylin
So,
will help Felix off the floor.
At least he wasn't still stone. He might have blown up.
and she'll wipe off probably the poop and yeah.
just like from my eyes.
Yeah.
All over.
And give him like a pat on the arm, like looking at him reassuredly, like you'll be fine.
You know, I never thought I'd miss being a statue.
We all wish we were statues sometimes, and then she walked away.
Nice. All right.
I don't
Mort's
think
gonna. Okay. I was going to say Mort's going to put his hands in his pockets and sort of do the walk over to Kale and sort of do the Bill Murray from Caddyshack after he blew up the golf course. Sort of just like saunter off towards the shops, like nobody's looking. I didn't do anything.
Nice. All right.
Bruce is gonna go outside and can I attempt to climb up on the roof? No, take that back. I have one more beast shaping ability. I'm gonna turn into a little solo. What am I gonna turn into? Oh, no. Man, how would I see like the
It'd be library, and then on the left-hand side should be D&D Monster Manual. And then you can go click on NPCs, and you can look them up.
NPC.
You can do any one of those ways. You want to do challenge rating index, sorts it by challenge rating, which might be handy for you.
Dan,
Yeah.
while this is happening, Blueberry is gonna cast Mage Hand and try and get some of the scones out of Kaylin's bag.
Nice. Okay, so Blueberry, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check, and Kaylin, make a perception check if you would.
Gotcha.
Before I go outside, do I see Blueberry? Just
Probably not. I imagine she'd probably do it like after you.
I got a 17.
Whew. And you've got a +5 to your sleight of hand. You already okay. And Kaylin?
I'm trying to figure out what my die is telling me.
Oh.
Oh no, that's it. 14 total.
Okay, yeah, you don't notice it. Yep.
Dan, I've got a passive perception of 24. Any chance I happen to notice?
Okay, probably. Yeah.
The hand can hold 10 pounds, so I'll take as many scones as that allows me to have.
You get a bunch, and one of them's just a little too heavy. It slips out through the hand. The rest come over to you.
I just kind of walk away into the corner with the hand following me.
Nice.
And I just eat them all.
Oh, no. Awesome. Devour the evidence.
Kaylin just keeps walking.
Okay. Brixie, did you figure out which creature you want to transform into?
I wanted to be a raven, but I want to make sure. But it's not.
That's fine. I mean, that's essentially there's a number of even CR0s in here that would match up with.
Okay, before I transform, I command Mellow to fly over to Emil. Not laying on his shoulder, but just in his lap.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check as you sort of instruct Mallow to do that.
No. Oh wait, no, it didn't take. Hang on. There we go.
21. So, with pets, quote unquote, they can know like one or two like tricks like this at a time. And because you've done this one a number of times, like, hey, go to this person, go there, and you've rolled really well with animal handling checks, I'll say that Mallow has now learned the, go sit, basically, go there command.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yay.
Hey, have donut. Okay, so you do, and Emil, as you're, standing and sort of getting ready to leave the room, you watch Mallow do this, like, dragon flight thing over to you.
Oh, cool.
Okay, I mean, I guess I was kind of standing, getting ready to leave, so I'll kind of put my arm out, see if he wants to land.
She.
Sorry, she.
Oh, right. I always forget. I guess just let me do. Actually, go ahead and do an animal handling check, Emil. You have a. Oh yeah, you've got the thing pulled up anyway.
That would be a 7.
Woo! Well, let's just do a roll for Mallow too. He's been okay. Yeah, all right. Mallow got a 19 plus whatever. So, despite that, given the command from Brixie as well, flies over to you and does just that, perches on you as you wanted.
Okay. So I take it we're doing things to fill the day while Mort rests, and then we're going to take off. Okay. I wouldn't mind doing some shopping, but I'm happy to do it via message if we want to just move forward.
Perfect. If anyone has anything they want to get, you go ahead and do just that. Send me a message if you would, and I will put that in your inventory for you. Unless you already know how to do that, then just do so and deduct the money. The day goes by. Unless there's anything particular anyone wants to do. Otherwise, there's some shopping. What does Felix want to do for the day? Because I feel like someone was asking him a little earlier. So probably, I think it was Mort. By the time Mort comes back around, shows his face again later on, he might follow up and just ask Felix what his plans are for travel and what he wants to do.
Have his coronation.
Felix can do very little at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So with the amount of exhaustion that he has, his speed is reduced to 0, so he literally can't move unless somebody moves him.
Somebody give him the carpet.
Just hang out here.
He's just on the floor after the blast. Does anyone want to help poor Felix up?
There's already refuse over me, so I'll just relieve myself when I have to.
Nice.
This is life now.
It's amazing.
Wow. Well, I think that Helen is going to go to the I don't remember the name of the shop, but the shop that we had the incident in last time. The carpet incident.
Oh, okay, yep, the magical shop, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna go in there, and I think I'm going to give. I'm just gonna walk in.
Mm-hmm. Woman's behind the counter. Puts up her monocle. Yes, dear?
I am going to give her.
You look familiar.
I'm trying to think. Oh, well, I'm already in there, so I'm just going to put 5 gold on the counter and scurry out.
kind of looks around like, what's going on as you flee the thing. And then, like 5 minutes after you leave, it clicks like, oh, wait. Picks a coin up off the counter and puts it in her pouch.
Okay. All right. Caitlin just is kind of like standing down the hallway and like just wondering what to do. Oh, look. Dan, are you able to look and see how much gold I have?
Yeah, sure.
Personally?
4.
Make it rain. Let's see. There's Caitlin. You want me to just say it, or do you want me to send it in a message?
No, go ahead and say it.
125 gold pieces.
Okay. Do I see anyone in the hall that looks like they would know where things are at?
Yeah, most of the folks here.
I mean, I don't want to ask the woman in the shop. I don't want to.
There's a number of people that you can tell work or live down here.
Okay. I want to try and just find someone that I think looks knowledgeable, or someone that Kaylin thinks looks knowledgeable, and excuse me.
Oh, yes, dear.
Do you know of a place that I can buy shops? That I can buy That I can buy That I can buy potions, health potions.
Yes. On the other side of the hollow, which is the big area in the center that's sort of a bazaar almost of all the goods. Directly across, you'll see a narrow hallway, 2 tunnels down on the left. Number of potions here.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes. You go back.
I will slip a gold piece in his hand for the information. And all of this, Dan, I don't know if you remember, but I took that 30-some gold from a soldier.
Yeah.
When I was assaulting him, and for trying to blow up the town. So
Nice,
I never added that to my gold inventory. I just kind of kept it off to the side. So that's what I'm using this like gold to give to people.
Neat. Okay.
So I don't have to roleplay getting the potion, but I do want to buy 1 potion, which I know is like 50 gold.
Just 40 for you down here, given everyone's renown with the guild at this point.
How much down here?
40.
Okay. All right.
Dan?
Yeah.
Because I'm not very good at finding stuff in the book.
No problem.
Can I buy some vials of acid?
Yes. In fact, let me take a quick peek, because I was just looking at that the other day. All right. I think that's I feel like it's maybe 12 gold, but let me see here. Oh my gosh, it's 100 gold pieces for a basic vial of poison.
What?
That's ridiculous. It's page 150 in the player's handbook. Has all the adventuring gear in case there's anything else in there you'd like.
Okay.
But down
Let me get
here,
back to you about that.
holy Toledo! I honestly, that's what the book says, but I would put it at maybe like if you're looking for just a very basic vial of poison, I'd say.
Oh, no, acid.
Oh, acid. Okay, well that's my bad then. That's me being.
I think some things can make acid.
25 gold pieces for a vial of acid. 15 gold pieces down here.
I'll take 10.
Nice!
Oh no!
Oh my word, I can't wait to see how this gets used. Okay, I'm going to put that in your inventory then.
It's alright, Steph.
I'm just, let it go, let it go.
Amazing. All
Cool.
right.
I do have a question though. How is this shopping going down?
That's what I'm wondering. Are you a dog?
Oh, well, I guess he can
Oh, I
speak,
didn't think about
technically.
that.
You can always be
Change into
boy
your little
form, right?
You can always change into your up boy.
Yeah. I'd like to say I thought that was going to happen. Can I have just gone into a shop and, like,
Yes, please.
found some acid and then just chucked some gold and scurried out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. Pick up vial after
That's-
vial. Put the
That's the
gold
level of social interaction we come to expect from all Stormfall
Yeah.
members, really.
Pretty much.
That's awesome.
God damn, I always forget I'm a dog that people don't know I can talk.
Perfect. All right. So you find slower pace here today in the Thieves Guild, and you're all able to do your shopping, find a little respite from the chaos, get some moderately decent food, despite being in a almost like a sewer system. And you hear some people talking about the stories of the exploding poop table, throughout the town the rest of the day. Just you have some fun interactions as the day goes on, and finally you're all ready for whatever your next big adventure is going to be, and you lay down to bed for the night.
Hey Dan,
Yeah,
Dan,
shoot.
I'm sorry. Can I interrupt
Please.
with something else that
Absolutely.
you do during? I went to. I know I have some paper and ink in my inventory since I'm a sage.
Mhm.
I want to. Caitlin's going to go and write. I'm gonna write a couple of letters. I'm gonna write one to Rin.
Okay.
Because I told his warriors that I would write him
Oh,
to check on him.
Yeah.
So I went to write Ren. And I'll try and send you like what I write him sometime this week. And I also, I think, I want to write my parents as well, my Elvish parents. And then I also am going to put a letter inside that letter to see if they can send it off to my brother, my stepbrother.
Ooh, nice. Okay. That's awesome. Okay.
And I'll send you information this week. Try to.
Excellent. Cool. I can't wait to read those.
Yeah, but I want to do that, and then I want to. How much would it be to send those off?
Oh, let's see. Where are you here? You're right. It's the next continent up. So probably, what would be reasonable for that? 9 silver in total.
Okay. Done. I'll send them off as well. Probably like later in the evening.
Okay. All right. Yep. So you get those sent off. Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, just before we start, towards it, I'm going to take the time to attune to the runic robe.
Oh, okay, neat.
Okay. So tomorrow morning, I guess I roll 1d4.
Yes, divided by 2, I think. But I will take a look. I'll pull that up here.
Yeah, I think the only way I can get 2 is the roll of, right?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. All right.
Okay. I'm done.
Okay. The night carries on then, and there it is. Runic robes.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Beth has your hand raised.
Oh, yep. Shoot.
Sorry.
No.
Can I
don't.
also buy some 10 vials, 10 flasks of oil?
Yes, absolutely.
Then I'm done, I swear.
You're fine. Yeah, the oil.
And I remember to be in little boy form to go and buy this.
Nice. Okay, those are stupid cheap. 1 silver a piece. So
I thought we could also produce those with.
10 silver pieces equal 1 gold.
Oh, cool. Yep, I will take 20 then.
Nice.
High roller.
And what was that, Emil?
Can't Kaylin make oil with her jug?
This is true.
I can make both of these things with my jug. I can make acid with my jug, and I can.
Blueberry doesn't
She doesn't.
know that.
He doesn't.
I don't. I don't. I think that there's an oil, but I don't know exactly what kind.
Same
I think
oil.
there's a specification.
Hmm.
Okay.
Olive
yeah.
oil. It's olive oil.
Nice.
It's useless. It's olive
Well,
oil.
okay. Bad.
Okay. You're all able to get a good night's rest, finally, because it's been really chaotic, obviously, for quite a while. Mort, go ahead and roll a d4 and then divide it by 2.
What?
3, so that's I get 1 extra. Is that how it works?
Let's see. It'll be rounded.
Wow.
This 2 would be... I guess it'd be rounded... 3 or 4 is 2, and 1 or 2 is 1, we'll say. So you got a 3, so we'll say you get 2 runes of power. So basically, you can either put in a second level spell. I'm sorry, no, this is each rune of power may contain a spell equal levels to half your wizard level, rounded down. So you're 9. So you'd be looking at 4. So you can put in either a 4th level spell or per rune.
Or 3 and a 1, or a 2 and 2.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Neat. All right. And that's in the morning as you're attuned to the runic robes, and you're able to, you see as you kind of put your hand close, one of those skittering runes becomes a bit larger and in the forefront, and you're able to actually just kind of grab this almost nearly ethereal rune and pull it out and cast a spell into it. And it charges with some energy and glows a brighter white. And then you place it back in the robe. And every so often you see it skitter from the top down to the bottom. And then over here in a different place, top down to the bottom. It's just
Are you in your room when you do that, or are you just like at the breakfast table?
What breakfast table? Just kidding.
The poop table.
The other one.
Yeah.
The lunch table now.
There's like 2 barrels with an old wooden door stretched across them in place of the other bench currently. But there are other like picnic tables kind of things to sit down at.
Brixie's on top of the guild roof and is trying to communicate to her mentor.
Ah, okay, neat.
But because if you're doing that, are you doing that like out where people can see it, or are you doing that in your room by yourself?
I'll probably would have cast Tiny Hut before we went to bed, and before I left the hut in the morning, I would have done that in the hut.
Okay, because Herman was going to you could see that, but never mind.
Yeah, I'll be marked for thievery if they see me do that, right? Yeah.
Nice. All right, Brixie, there's nothing this particular night as you try and reach out. You actually feel tired. Even in your dream state, you feel pretty wiped. You're not sure if it's just all that you've been through lately or if it has something to do with the intensity of the dream from the night before and the recollection of the memory there. But nothing this next night. You all wake up. So Felix, you can move again on your own, under your own power. Mort, you've got your chalk that flew at you the other day, up from Blueberry, and Seb, of course, has settled in a little bit with you, Emil, and you're all ready to kind of tackle this day. How do you?
All right, so.
Kaylin's in the cafeteria.
That's what I guess. That's why I'll head. I'll rendezvous with Kaylin and everyone at the cafeteria.
Kaylin's gonna go and get some oatmeal. I think it's an oatmeal in the morning. Add some, also grab some biscuits. We'll do some sausage mixed in this time to put to keep in the bag. Before the oatmeal, Kaylin's going to sit down and go to reach for her scones in her bag. So
there's one rolling around.
She's going to kind of look and just kind of do another taking things out, being like, I thought they were,
So it's like Mary Poppins bags with like things of black powder.
She's kind of like looking really concerned into the bottomless pit of her bag, like reaching down into it, trying to feel the empty space. Not taking out like the Warforged chart because that's just too conspicuous, but
Yeah.
there's like some random things sitting on the table. Probably like wood sausage. I don't know.
Little black powder.
Aaron will lean over
Oh
your
yeah,
shoulder.
kegs of black powder. Yeah.
Aaron will lean over your shoulder, like right here, and just go, "What are those things? Where did they come from?"
Quickly put everything back in her bag. And it's like, oh, just stuff I've collected. Try and like make her shoulders wider to kind of like hide whatever she's putting in there.
Do you want help putting it back?
You know, I mean, right now, I mean, I think that I have everything. Gosh, do I have like my inventory here? No, but if I do, I will let you know, Erin. But thank you. And she'll keep putting things in her bag. Did I leave my bag of scones here?
I didn't even know you had a bag of scones.
Oh, I did.
I'd
Kaylin.
make you more, but
You know, they were.
Kaylin, somebody took them earlier. Sorry.
Oh, what? Wait.
Blueberry starts growling.
Someone took them. That doesn't. I mean, she looks over at kind of like Aaron one, but then. But doesn't like make.
I wasn't even here.
You know what?
Okay.
I wanted to see if Blueberry would eat scones, and apparently he does.
Oh. And she kind of like
So sorry, I didn't realize you were gonna go looking for them.
glares her eyes for a second, but then just kind of waves her hand. I give her. But you shouldn't steal things.
You're telling me this now?
No, I'm wagging my finger at Blueberry. You shouldn't steal things. I would have given you all the scones if you would have only asked me.
I'm the one that took them.
You're the one that took them, Emil?
Yeah.
Kaylin really doesn't believe that, so I'm just gonna just use one of the biscuits I took to top up the oatmeal.
I'd like to say Blueberry feels bad, but he's so good.
No, I don't think so.
Just as I approach the cafeteria, does Felix have a plate from? Did he already go get something? If not, I was going to go get him, his plate of food for him. Seeing as he's not feeling.
Oh, I'm all right.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
I appreciate you made me breakfast. I could figure this is the least I could do.
Well, I mean, if you don't mind, how about just like a sausage or something like that?
Okay.
Thank you.
Just the one?
Well, I'll go grab about 5 or 6 because I know that this party is fond of sausages.
Kaylin tosses him a sausage from across the table. Then
It hits him in the face.
Like that, Jeff. Yeah.
As the sausage falls, I'm gonna use a sorcery point and do a subtle spell of Mage Hand, and so it just kind of falls and then just stops, and then it floats over to Aaron when
Nice.
and her rune is glowing again. Whatever.
Nice.
Blueberry is suitably impressed.
Awesome.
Kaylin goes to get more sausage.
That's really interesting. Your mage hand is actually visible.
Well, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Wait, it's visible or it's invisible? What did you say?
I said visible.
Oh no, it's not visible.
Oh. Ooh.
Kaylin's going to
So you did that with an invisible mage hand?
Yes. 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 No. Well,
Be-
like
Because of the subtle spell? Like the regular mage hand is like an ethereal.
The subtle spell means I don't have to use verbal or somatic components.
Oh, yeah, then that mage hand can be seen. It's like a little ethereal, like an astral
like a little,
hand. Yeah.
like a dark brown. No, not brown. Like a dark
At
brass.
this table, yeah, no. Yeah.
Dark brass.
I mean, there's probably still people on the floor, so. Kaylin's going to sit down beside Felix. So, are you feeling better this morning?
Yeah, I don't feel like catatonic anymore.
That's good.
I'm still a long ways from 100% though.
Understandable. So, did anyone explain to you what happened to Mina?
No, she hasn't been around for the past day. Did she have to leave?
Is Felix eating something right now? Like, is he like comfortable? Are you eating something, Felix?
No.
Kaylin hands him a biscuit out of her bag.
Okay. Thanks, Kaylin.
Just because she associates food with comfort. So, yeah. Mina, it was the Beholder. She was disintegrated.
Kaylin, that's not funny. Why would you say that?
Kaylin looks genuinely shocked. I mean, just kind of like taken aback, like not knowing how to continue. I'm not this. She just. I think that she's going to like be as speechless as I am now, and probably just get up and like look at a meal or look at anyone that might be hearing this conversation and just shake her head and just maybe I don't know, just leave the room. I'm going to head outside.
I saw the pile of ashes. She wasn't the first to be disintegrated by that thing.
No, you're lying.
Felix, I'm sorry. It's true.
Brixie's just gonna walk up to Felix and hand Felix Venus holy symbol.
Felix tries to get up. Why won't any of you tell me the truth? What's going on? And he starts stumbling and he falls.
Mage hand to catch him. It won't work, but I'll try.
It's a slight buffer to your fall.
It's like the Mission Impossible, and then it tails.
Nice. The holy symbol clinks on the ground in front of you that Brixie was handing to you before you stumbled. Clink, clink.
I pick it back up.
Where's Mina?
Blueberry walks up. If you're on the floor, he just sort of puts Paul on you and said, "Please go on."
Felix, Kaylin took it really hard.
I'm gonna cuddle into Felix.
We can bring her back though, right? You guys saved me. We can bring her back the same way.
Disintegration, my friend, I'm sorry. She was a pile of ashes. I saw the wizards attempt to do that. They had some people that they brought try to resurrect someone, do one of those quick revive things that you know you can do every so often when the timing is right, and the ashes never came back. I'm really sorry. I'm glad you killed that thing, though. It was a pain in the butt. I'm gonna get up and kind of walk over to Galathor and like kind of just sit awkwardly.
We're both in the corner, just like doing this.
Yeah, just kind of like up. Yeah.
Felix just kind of sits there and takes a bite out of the biscuit and stares out into nothingness.
Bless you. I think that's where we'll take our bio break.
Wow.
Felix's 1,000-yard stare. Unless anyone had anything else to add to that. Sorry if I read that wrong. Please continue. Okay. Felix just trying to process.
This is the next morning, correct?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right. So we'll take our bio break. I'm going to go top off my coffee. We'll be back. You all know the drill. All right. Catch you all soon. And we'll... Oof, I don't even know how we'll pick up from there, but we will. So sad and heartbreaking. Well played. All right. Catch you all soon. I'm going to need a minute to process all that. It's so sad.
So, interesting fact about Freddie Mercury. He's from Tanzania. He was literally born in Tanzania. I did not know that until tonight, because my mom went to a trivia thing and she made me look up trivia questions. I was just like, she's like, look up stuff about Freddie Mercury. I was like, what? And funny enough, it was a trivia question, and she got it right. like, Freddie Mercury is not his real name. What was it?
Back in a minute.
Da-da-da-da. Hello, chat. Let me pull you up because I don't have you up yet. No, to the phone. No, I'm just gonna pull you guys up on my phone. No. There. Use me. Tequila. No. Tequila.
Oh, thanks for the host, Mariah. Yay. Ooh, chilly.
What's up, RC? So, fascinating fact about Freddie Mercury that I learned tonight. He was a stamp collector.
Really? Huh.
And he is not from the UK. He was born in Tanzania.
Really? Wow.
And Freddie Mercury wasn't his real name.
Was it close?
Nope. This is what his name is. I don't know how to pronounce it because it's
Tanzanian. Oh, no kidding. Half donut, right? It was the range, timbre. Dude, good seeing.
He had a long-term relationship with a girl in the early 70s named Mary Austin, who became his closest friend. When he died at the age of 45 in 91, he left her most of his money, his house, and his recording royalties.
Wow, nice. That's awesome.
Let's see. Blah, blah, blah.
So I saw the coolest thing today at PAX South.
Yes, how's it going? And what did you see?
A custom made, like it was this like hex, like it was the shape of a D20, but it was just like a wooden, like just a piece of wood. It was intricately detailed, and it had 7 bubbles on it. And at first I saw it, and it had dice inside of the bubble, like half like have you like do you remember the board game Trouble where you'd like pop the plastic thing and the dice was inside? It was like D20. It was like a dice set inside the bubbles, and so like it was those popping things that you could press for it to pop like on those. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was so nicely done. I didn't ask how much it was custom done, so I knew it would be like way out of my price range, but
right.
Was so cool. It was so cool.
That sounds awesome.
Wait,
Derail from the Oh, go ahead, Beth.
Oh no, I was just going to ask, that board game you were talking about, is that when you have the little coloured like peg things and you have to get to the middle?
No, Trouble. No, that's I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yes. Oh no, it did have that, but it also had like the bubble in the center.
Yeah.
And you...
in the UK, that's called frustration.
Oh really?
Really?
I mean, it's kind of that's pretty much what the game is. Yeah, it makes sense.
We have Half Donut. PAX South is in San Antonio.
Okay.
But anyway, to derail from PAX, another fun Freddie Mercury fact that people probably don't know is that Freddie wrote "Crazy Little Thing Called Love" in the bath. He was in the bath at a hotel and was inspired. He even had the piano brought to his tub to allow him to compose.
Awesome. Bring me the piano.
Let's see.
I try to say that at my house, but no one does. So
Yeah. Chop, chop, then. Yeah.
No one listens to me.
Awesome.
So I got this. It was in a Dirty Santa gift.
Dirty Santa.
Yeah, it's Lindor's chocolates, and it's actual dark chocolate truffles.
Ooh,
Nice.
tasty. It was a game of sorry, I think.
It's sorry in the U.S.
But frustration.
Sorry.
Trouble.
No, trouble.
Sorry.
Yeah. Because there was double trouble. Yeah. Which was like revision 1. Double trouble. Okay. That's so funny. Frustration. That's awesome.
And pretty much all those Milton Bradley games were. That's all they were. Frustration.
Yes.
I remember one game I absolutely hated, that's what that game reminds me of, is Perfection, where it had the timer and it was the big block and you had to put the pieces in before the timer went off, because then the entire stopped and all your pieces came out.
Oh, I love that one. Oh.
No, the timer drew. I can't. Because sometimes it would go off when the timer was done. Other times it wouldn't. And it's like a stupid Jack in the Box. I hate Jack in the Boxes.
Yeah.
Let me go into tangent, because you roll the crank, you roll it, it gets to the end of the song. Sometimes it pops up. Sometimes it's 5 more rolls before it pops up out of the box. I hate them. That's like an irrational fear.
I don't know if anybody noticed this last week, but I added a new Critical Role art piece to my wall below my Bo Billings signature and then my Mighty Knight in Vox Machina art.
Ooh,
Very lovely.
the Deuce. What were they calling him?
Deucey?
Deucey. Yeah. That's awesome.
I am proud of that one. I like that one. Jason Devitt won fan art of the week with that one. So,
Nice.
So it was a Christmas gift. I was gonna buy it for him, but he was like, "Merry Christmas." So felt bad, but once I get his painting done, I'm going to send a little cash with it.
Ooh, nice. Oh yeah, horsey operation. I didn't have the steady enough hands as a kid.
The one game that makes me frustrated. Oh gosh.
D&D. Just kidding.
No, it's Codenames. Sometimes
Oh yeah.
you get first time playing Code Words. I forgot what the code word the word was, and I picked unicorn, which was the assassin. My sister's like, "Why would you pick that?" I was just like, "I'm sorry."
That's awesome. All right.
But
I think
we're waiting for Sam.
Are you back perchance, Sam? Sometimes she chills out. Well, I'm going to jump back in because it's gotten so late. It's been so... that's 10 of now. Bum, 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 bum. All right, oh yes.
That chipmunk.
Ah, nice. All right, so Mort, you've got your chalk and everything ready. Of course, mind you, Kaylin stepped out. Felix is, and if there's anything you want to do, Felix, aside from like try and process all that, please, I don't want to take anything away from the role play. Otherwise, you could say some time passes, and you all congregate to perform the spell. Okay, so some time passes.
Do I just want to ask real quick, do I remember that area where you went to perform the ritual on Felix, how big was that area? That private space that Erwin...
large enough for this, if you needed to.
Okay,
it was a little
that's what I was
cramped,
wondering.
but large enough for this. Mm-hmm.
That's what I suggest. We go back to that area for a little privacy, and so I can start drawing the circle. If everyone's ready. If everyone's ready to go. I guess we got to pick Brewer, or assist Brewer and Felix to get to the area.
Really quick, Felix would like to leave a note for Mort and basically say something like, visiting the Summer Palace. You can find us in, where are we going? Zambora? Is that right?
Yeah, just below Zambora. Mm-hmm.
I'll find the messenger and get that sent up.
The king has left again. What a pity. Just can't get good kings anymore.
Nice.
Ain't that true?
All right, Brewer's joined you down in that room as well. And Galathor, are you present as well?
Oh yes, Galathor is present.
Nice.
Okay.
Felix and Galathor stand side by side.
I just remind everyone, be quick. This doesn't last time. So once the circle's activated, go ahead, Kaylin.
I was going to say, I'm guessing you guys grabbed Kaylin on your way out, right? From outside.
Yes.
Okay. Kaylin's going to kind of stay in the back and keep an eye on everyone.
Okay.
I get oh goodness, I can't think. It started storming. I command Mello to come back on my shoulder, and then I just, with my staff, I just pick up Blueberry. Just
Wing.
if you're willingly, if Blueberry's just.
Oh yeah, he's cool.
Okay.
Neat. Okay, you do just that. Mort, you're ready to... You chalk out the lines carefully.
Yep. Mix the chalk with the gold, the gem dust, and ink, and make a 10-foot circle. And I guess do that voodoo. Cast the arcane spell to activate the teleportation circle using the runes that point to our keep.
Excellent.
I guess it flares up, and it's like everybody's got to shuffle in and cross their fingers and see you on the other side.
Okay, perfect. Yep, that circle illuminates the sort of moderately dark room as these completely vertical beams of light sort of come out of the outer circle. You've put the runic sequence, you've kind of hidden it within the overall arcane scribblings of that you've put into the circle, and yeah, you feel the magical energies, little white particles of magic floating up out of it, and Mort turns to everyone. He's like, "Let's go, now or never." Do you go in first, Mort?
I should.
Everyone goes in. Second she sees the runes, and second she sees the runes and knows that they're good, because she knows runes like that. She just goes in.
Nice. Okay. Is everyone else rushing in? Is anyone not rushing in?
I'll be the last to go in.
Okay.
I just follow wherever Emil follows. I just follow behind Emil with Blueberry and Mellow. My Mellow being in my shoulder and then Blueberry being in my arms.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Emil will be right behind Aaron.
Nice. All right.
Okay, then I follow behind.
One by one, you step through the circle, and for those that aren't that are watching others go before them, you see them, their bodies sort of spaghettify as they pass through the outer perimeter of the circle, up into the air, into nothingness.
Can I request a different verb?
Spaghetti-ness, yeah.
Spaghettified. Up they go. And everyone heads through, and each of you, as you feel this incredible force, like you're traveling at 1,000 miles an hour, being drawn, like someone's grabbed the front of your clothing and is just pulling you at warp speed through time and space, completely dark, with these little particles of blue and streaks of blue that pass by, until you feel yourself come to an immediate halt. But it's darkness. You hear one another cluttering around in a room that sounds has an echo, as though it's a stone room, perhaps. It's fairly vacant.
Dan, I'm the first one there, and I have blind sense.
Right. So immediately around you, you feel you feel some raised, a slightly raised platform in a circle. Because of your affinity with runes, you can sense different runes inscribed on it in a permanent fashion. Do you have any dark vision?
Yes, I have dark vision and blind sight.
Okay, nice.
Blind sight out to 10 feet, dark vision out to 16.
Okay, so you don't sense anything, alive or moving. And for all of those with dark vision, you're looking around a circular room. Probably, a good 90 feet, maybe, from one wall to the other in this perfect circle. So you just see, out to darkness. You're in the center. You see, just along the wall, a heavy barred door. The barred on your side, where you could lift this heavy post out.
Caitlin's going to draw her.
Forward and make sure that nobody, because people are going to be coming after, so I don't want them all playing on me. So then as I'm walking forward, I'll cast dancing lights.
Okay.
So they come out. They look like little tiny dragons.
Nice. Oh. That's what you all see as you arrive, and you find yourself in a dimly lit circular room, 90 feet from wall to wall, with a door.
Is there any candles around, or?
You see some torches along the outer perimeter of the wall, and there are 4 columns, like Roman columns, that are around this immediate set, the actual teleportation circle, the permanent one in the center here.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Produce Flame and then light. Well, can I do that?
I've got my dancing lights out, so it's not pitch black.
I'll prestidigitation one of the candles to light it.
Torch lights up on the.
Oh, okay.
You're actually seeing, and it's currently slowing down, but the walls are broken down into about 5 different layers of brick. You know, there's bricks that go all the way around perfectly in a circle. 5 different levels of them, all spinning at different speeds and in opposite directions of one another in sequence. Down, just slowing down and locking back into a normal place. The torches affixed to the same rung around, spinning around the room as the whole thing comes to a stop. As the last person steps out, now it just looks like a regular wall.
When Brixie is in the keep, per se, she's gonna wander off the group with Blueberry still on her arms.
No, he's gonna jump down.
Oh, okay. Then Brixie's just gonna walk alone. And then she's gonna find a quiet spot to scry to see if she can find her mother.
Oh, okay. Nice. Is that the full-on scry spell?
Yes, and never mind.
Oh,
Wait.
okay.
Well, hang on. Well, it's up to you. Okay.
Dan, I think Caitlin's going to draw her sword and just kind of stay close to the group, just in case.
Yeah, Morty was going to ask Brewer if, is anyone supposed to be here right now, to the best of your knowledge, when you last left? Should this be deserted, unattended, empty?
Excuse me.
I think we left it unattended, didn't we, Brewer?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we did. This way, and he walks down across the room over to that bolted door.
Dan, Brixie is gonna scry, and she's gonna take the pearl necklace, and she's gonna use that as a focus.
Ooh, okay. All right,
And then, wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. All right, if they're on the same plane as existence. Actually, with the timing, let me just check something here. Okay. You begin casting the scrying spell, and you feel yourself sort of removed from your physical being, and sort of sipping around different locations, places that you don't know, some that you roughly do, mostly just different scenery around Astralanor, before returning to yourself. It would seem that while you're not too familiar with the spell, you do know that it requires the person to be on the same plane of existence, and you do get the feeling that that may not be the case with your mother currently. Otherwise, it likely would have found her. You don't get the sense like she's dead.
With me at the back of the group, I'd been keeping my eye on the group. Did I notice Brixie head off?
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially a wide open room except for the pillars. So I think you would have seen her go and sit down to kind of meditate to do this scrying.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll just try and keep an eye on her and the rest of the group.
Okay. Brewer walks over to the door and lifts the large... I mean, it's a pretty heavy... like a 12 by 12 of some, old stone. He walks over a few paces and sets it down. He brings it down to like an inch and a half off the ground and lets go. Dust kicks up. And he then pushes the door open, which reveals a really long hallway, but I guess, I don't know if you'd be able to see that because it's also pretty dark. He turns back to the group. There are torches along the wall. If one of you can light them.
I just send my light dragons down the hallway.
They kind of dance past
Nice.
Brewer.
Yeah, Emil will light candles as well.
Galathor is going to cast Detect Good and Evil,
Ooh.
and he's just going to have that on for the 10-minute duration.
Oh, that is beautiful. Let me do a super quick...
Whoa. 30 feet, man.
30
Well,
feet.
Emil is so good, he's just going to blind you.
Awesome.
I mean,
Yeah, Blueberry just comes up as a big old evil bot.
Nice. All right. Aberration, social elements of faith, or undead. Okay. You cast a spell. It radiates out around you and into the room. And the room feels clear. There's like maybe 10, 15 feet just outside of the range between that and the walls. But below you, you feel evil of an undead variety. A single point.
Brewer, what's underneath us?
Below this is the room with the mirror.
Just the mirror.
I believe. Since last time I was here.
It has the man trapped inside of it. She says that to Galathor.
No, they got him out.
No.
No?
No, he's still in there, right, Dan?
Which is this from when you were all here before? Or are you talking
What?
about?
What? We haven't been here.
Yeah, you cleared a ghost out.
yeah, we had a battle here.
What?
You were actually at the other side of the mirror door, and it was the final room, and you dispersed the room, but you're like, oh, we're not going in there. It's at the end of some creepy tunnel.
This is way back before we went to the Feywild.
Oh, well.
This is where you first met Azalea, the dryad that protects the land. And the Treant that destroyed
Was
those.
I still Astrid at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Actually-
yeah. Well, that is a while ago.
Oh, right, Kev. That's right. The Lupine Pandect. The werewolf book you found here.
Oh, yeah, I still have that in my inventory. I don't think I'm reading that yet.
Oh, I kind of remember this now, yeah. Well, Blueberry doesn't.
It was the
when I
ghost
started
of the old party member.
That's when I started expecting everyone was turning into werewolves. Because I was like, why did I find this book? Someone's turning into a werewolf. Army is turning into a werewolf. I thought Army was turning into a werewolf forever.
That's awesome.
Almost, but not quite.
Galathor, you feel this this evil presence. It's moving about in the chamber below.
Something evil is down there. We won't be alone.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Keep your head on a swivel and watch each other's backs, and I'm sure we'll be able to take care of this problem.
I'll keep my head on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Brewer?
Should we investigate this first? There's a pathway below in the hallway.
I think so.
Yeah. We kind of want to clean house before we...
Move in.
Understood.
Big stones.
Brewer walks about 10 feet out into the hallway and turns back here. And he lowers his hand down a bit onto one of the stones that is, for those that have dark vision... actually, no. The lights are being lit by Emil anyway, with prestidigitation, I think it was, you were using. So you can see this particular... It's a stony wall where there's stone and mortar. And there's a particular stone here that's just a shade... I mean, if you wouldn't even notice it unless you pointed it out. It's just a bit of a shade lighter than most of the others on this wall. And he presses it in and turns it. It actually rotates. It's almost... what looks like mortar is actually not. It's part of some advanced hiding mechanism here, and he turns it about 13 degrees left, counterclockwise, and lets go, and then pushes it in, and a section of the wall just to the right has a little light, almost like a little plasma light, just around the perimeter of it. Pushes in and then slides off to the side, revealing a little stairwell down one level. This leads to the hallway just outside the chamber.
I'm gonna turn into my hybrid form.
Okay. Blueberry rips up into the snarling hybrid form. Awesome. Brewer goes down first. He takes a torch off. Ooh, nice one.
I'll use subtle spell again and cast mage armor on myself. So the rune on my right hand, the back of my right hand, begins to glow now.
This sort of quick explosion of arcane energy comes off in like your skin, like in this enlarged version of Aaron Wind for a minute. Poof! And then kind of sinks back against your skin, just leaves a shimmering sort of armor along. Brewer grabs a torch, lights one's going down the chamber. Sorry.
Brixie is going to try to stealth away from the group to find the mirror that Brewer was talking about. Or was that...
that's down below in the chamber you're headed toward.
That's where we're going.
Oh, okay. I missed half of the discussion, so I didn't know.
Okay.
No problem. Okay, so Brewer heads down, lighting torches along the way, and you find yourself in a bit of a wider hall down below. Familiar to some of you, as you were actually down here breaking the 5th rune that was binding that evil ghost or whatever it was a very long while ago here in this keep. The door is barred on this side, for this room, and it also has some warding on it to kind of seal this room off from... Seal the magic of the mirror off, as Brewer had explained, and just keep it safe from detection, from scrying, and again, just to keep that power from seeping out.
What recognize the language?
You do. It's based in Draconic, so Mort and Kaelin get it, and Aaronwyn definitely gets it. And anyone that can speak Draconic or read Draconic can see. Get it for everyone else that can.
Even if I don't speak Draconic, I see it, Dan. I don't have Draconic.
Oh, you don't. Well, given your sage background, though, you would, even though you don't speak, you would probably know like the magic of it.
What it looks like.
Yeah, you'd recognize it.
I know kanji. I know kanji when I see it, but I can't read it.
Yeah, perfect. Yep. That's awesome.
It's Draconic.
Oh, let me read that.
And Aaron, when these are symbols of power, there's a symbol of warding. There's a symbol of basically it's like nullification and is related to scrying, and it's essentially all the things that Brewer had mentioned.
This is strong magic.
Dan, Kaelin's staying to the back of the group, and she's drawn her hammer.
You pull it out. Just every so often, a little arc goes off and zaps off the ground, off the wall.
Is going to. What is Brixie going to do? Is Felix with everybody?
Oh.
Okay. Brixie's gonna walk up to Felix and cast Enhance ability on him, and he gives him full strength. So, Felix has advantage on strength checks, and his or her and Felix's carrying capacity doubles, so I can carry more.
Okay. So that basically means any strength check is done at
Advantage.
regular. Well, it's a regular roll, right? Because
because your disadvantage. Yeah, nice. Okay. Whew. Awesome.
I forgot you have exhaustion points. That makes it disadvantage.
That's all the better, though. Yeah, nice save.
Thanks.
Nice, Brixie. Awesome. She does that with a hand on the shoulder. You feel some of that
Dan,
strength
standing
return to
right
you.
in front of the door, I'm gonna close my eyes and focus my blind sight into the room. See what's being
Okay, and you've got 10 feet. So you just get the part of your senses that penetrate the door. You just get a very chill, cold feeling, and there's nothing right behind the door currently. How long are you going to do that before? Brewer's sort of like looking expectantly to lift this thing out again, but waiting for you. So.
Yeah, I'll just take a couple moments and go, okay, first 10 feet are clear, but be very careful. So I step back.
Okay. Are we prepared?
I'm gonna ready to cast a magic missile if anything comes attacking us.
Okay.
To attack the darkness.
Yes.
Nice.
Attacking the darkness.
Oh, what is it?
Where are the Cheetos, anyways?
They're right next to you.
Like, stick towards the back, yes? Huh? Oh, yeah.
And Dan, remind me to make a concentration check if Brixie takes any damage, because it enhance ability is a concentration.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you. Good to
So,
know.
yes.
Neat.
I just needed to say that before I forget.
Thank you. Yeah. Awesome. So, Felix, with somewhat renewed strength here, thanks to Brixie, kind of walks toward the back. Everyone's got their stuff drawn. Kaylin in the very back with the hammer, arcing a spark here across to the wall, the floors. Emil and Mort, where do you two want to be? And Blueberry.
I want to be like next to Brewer, please.
Okay. All right. You're like right next to him. He's ready to lift this thing.
Should I? Oh, even though.
I'll step aside.
Okay.
Emil's towards the back. I'll actually drop back with Kaylin.
Hey,
Maybe try and stealth
this
off
is
of it.
Mariah asking you, how is Blueberry's dexterity?
Good question. I got a +2. All right. Yeah, +2.
Okay.
Dan, I have a question.
Shoot.
Since I've already cast Enhance ability on one person,
Mhm.
in its concentration, can I cast it again or not?
You'll drop concentration.
Yeah, only you can only have one going on one person at a time.
Okay. Hang on. Because it says I can add, and then if should have done this earlier. Gosh darn it. I'm just wasting. Well, no, she's protecting her friends. Okay, she's gonna drop Enhance ability, and then she's gonna cast it at 3rd level when she realizes. And then it says when you cast a spell using a 3rd level or high, you can target one additional creature.
Okay.
So
We can say you did that. You don't have to drop it and waste the thing. Yeah.
Okay, so
That's
then
fine.
I need to make it a third level instead of a second.
Okay.
There we go.
So you
Okay,
do.
and then I'm gonna is Blueberry's wisdom okay?
Is wisdom? That's just
Enhanceability doesn't affect saving throws,
Well, it gives them on.
just ability checks.
my
No,
wisdom's
that's
just
right.
straight. I don't have a.
Well, okay. I'm just going to.
I'm going to let you think about which you want to do, Brixie. I'm just going to check with Mort and see where he wants to be in lineup.
I'm going to be behind Kalen and I'm going to ready Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. If I see anything on that doorway or inside that room that doesn't look friendly.
Okay. Very neat. All right. Do you know what you want to do for your second one, Brixie? Like who you want to give what?
Yes. You know what? Let's give you Cat's Grace. You have advantage on dexterity checks, and it also doesn't take. You don't take damage from falling 20 feet or less if it's incapacitated. So.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Okay. Brewer puts his arms underneath the stone. This one a fair bit larger than the previous even, and begins to lift. His gears, the inner workings of his arms and such are not up to their usual standard. Lifts it up off the ground. Drops this one like a good 1.5 feet. As it crashes in this side of the hallway. There's a big metal ring for the door handle that he grabs 2 hands. Starts pulling the door open. Let's see. So Felix, you still have, the duration was plenty of time. I'm sorry. Galathor has his detect good and evil, and you feel enter your 30-foot range this evil at a rapid pace. It's coursing toward the door.
It's coming.
I push in front of Brewer and go in.
Nice. You push in and you just see, well, actually I'll show you what you see. In a mostly ghostly form, you see this woman. Soaring towards you, and she passes right through you, Blueberry. Right through your face. And through the open space in the door. Aaronwin, you
Magic missile.
Magic missiles go through, and every time they all hit, of course, as they go through her and they draw with each arcane bolt some of this mist of her ghostly form, and blast it into the ceiling. And she's has a screech sound in her mouth, and it's like her jaw dislocates and drops down like a 1/2 foot, and she lets out this terrible wail and closes her mouth back up. Mort,
that is. Hang on. That's. 8 plus 11 points of force damage.
Okay. Nice. All right. Mort, your hand rockets out of the ground and grabs her. Well, actually, I guess technically you should do her. No. She grabs her right in the torso, and again it grabs like some of her ghostly form and drags it down below, and she is able to pass through, but she takes damage. So go ahead and roll the damage that comes with that as it grabs a chunk of that ghostly form out of her.
All right.
And again, her face kind of warps even more so into like this loose
6.
6. Okay. All right.
And she, I guess it's a strength, but I guess since she's ghostly,
She does pass through, but it does grab some of it out, dealing that damage. And you see this tight skin, and almost you can see the skull, like there isn't a lot of muscle or anything underneath it. A jaw drops down again, clicks back into place, flies down. Does anyone else have anything that they want to do? Because she's not contesting anything now. She's just making a bolt.
I mean, I'm definitely staying. I mean, I have like my hammer ready, with like a hand near for another, for another sword. But I'm not going to attack yet. I'm just going to stay on guard, stay with the group, keep an eye on everyone.
All right.
Yeah, no attack here, but I'll call out Brewer. Who is she?
Yeah.
He scans. Anything for Brixie and Galathor as Brewer's scanning and processing Emil's question? Or Felix?
Galathor will just shove Felix on the ground.
Nice.
Down!
Where is she generally? Like the ghost entity?
She's essentially just above you in the top of the hallway, flying like over your head and behind you and out. So she's maybe like 5 feet in front of you, about 8 feet up.
And like, is the ceiling like made out of stone?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Interrupting Earth at third. Yeah, at 4th level. And I don't know who's around me, but they have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Who was next to you? You were what? Right behind Brewer and Blueberry?
Oh, no. Yep.
So Brewer, Brewberry.
That would be me. I was right at the front.
Emil.
Okay.
That's right.
And Kaylin.
You gave me advantage
No,
on it,
Kaylin's
so
in the
at
back. Yeah, Aaron went.
Okay, so that's 40-12. So
I rolled an 8.
So you take 32 points of...
Oh, it's a 20-foot cube. That's
That's
that like
everybody.
10, 15,
all of
20.
us? Great,
Yeah,
okay.
that's everybody. Felix!
Well, say you take 32. If you save, half is what?
16.
16. Yeah. I rolled 3 7s and an 11. I'm so sorry, guys.
Cool,
It's
that's half my
like-
HP.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, what save was that again?
Dex save. What's the
Dex
DC?
We're all making dex saves now.
Okay,
Yes.
I got an 8. What do I take? What damage do I take?
32.
Oh!
Holy
Actually,
hell.
you know what? No, I'm gonna expend both my runes. Use my Glyph of Aegeus to lessen the damage by 2d6.
Damn it, and I'm not even raging.
That's
Okay.
only a 4.
And also, +3 to everybody within 10 feet of me, which I'm assuming is most
That's still
everybody.
good.
10 feet? Yeah, I think that's probably everyone except Brewer.
Ooh.
And,
Galathor.
Okay, so Galathor takes
Blueberry.
16. Mort takes 16. I'm so sorry. It was just Brixie's initial because she does not do ghost. That's
sure.
Oh, you don't need to
Stop
apologize.
this thing! Yeah.
Is 27 okay?
Yes, that'll do. Yeah.
Okay, then I will take no damage at all then.
Oh, right, the evasion. Emil basically does like a backflip. Woo, do, 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 like a couple tumbles back.
I got 19.
Nice. Okay, Kaylin too. Kaylin does a backflip. What? And
Wait, what?
tumbles out of the way.
You have invasion?
Well,
No.
Emil does.
As a rogue?
Yeah, Kaylin doesn't. She just gets out of the way most of it. It's not quite as wild as Emil's. Okay, so go ahead and mark your damage. It looks like everyone did. The dirt just goes up, fills this space.
Wait, do I have to make a dex? Or
Yeah, because it's basically earth pouring out of the ceiling in that 20-foot space.
oh well, here we go.
Okay. So that's just
18.
half, yeah.
Oh wait, hang on. What is my dex? What do they have to save?
You're
Against my spell
casting things,
DC?
so 4 plus 4,
Yeah, your spell DC.
on top of 8, 16.
So
Or higher
let's
is what
see.
they need.
Plus 3 because of.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
effectively, everyone would have to beat DC 13 or higher. But I think that's still the same. I think everyone rolled really high, really low. It looks like so.
Did Brewer answer who she was?
Not yet. All this as he's turning to respond to Emil, this earth comes out of the ceiling and just floods this tunnel area. Everyone's sort of backflipping out of the way and trying to duck and cover. The ghost form seems to be partially struck. You see some of it going through the ghost and some getting drawn down of her form before she bolts out of the dirt, looking terribly... I'm trying to think of something you might have seen that looks like this, aside from a
when the
desiccated
earth
corpse.
is falling, Brixie just initially just drops her quarterstaff,
Mhm.
grabs Mel, and just protects her.
Okay.
Does this need a concentration check?
Oh, yeah. And what did you take for... so it'd be 10 or higher. Okay, that's good.
Concentration?
It's a Constitution saving throw, and it has to be 10 or higher.
I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. So, Blueberry and Felix still have
Oh, okay, cool.
their bonus.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Got
Tech
it.
good and evil is down though.
Oh, okay. This ghostly creature flies out.
I activate my wings of flying,
Okay.
jump into the air above the whole thing, and I'm going to give chase after the ghost.
Okay.
And as I'm chasing, I cast at 4th level lightning bolt.
Okay.
So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Everyone?
Oh, it's a natural 20. Which one is
Okay,
this one
so
for you
it
guys?
Rixie, are you okay?
5, 6,
What happened?
9.
Brixie doesn't say anything. She just...
Brixie.
I'm gonna spend a sorcery point to empower my. So I'm 2, 3, 4, 5. I can read this.
For Emil, that's safe and sound at the back, you see as all this dirt and stone is sort of falling out of the ceiling through it after the ghostly creature flies Aaronwin with these wings out. And you see her locking and loading the spell. This massive lightning bolt takes up the whole upper part of the hallway, 5 feet.
Yeah, so
and
she's got these gigantic breast dragon wings just from her cloak, just out, and then she shoots it out of her staff. And that's 35 points of lightning damage.
Holy moly.
Nice, okay.
Which, no, I don't have that yet. So half of that is 17.
Okay. Ooh, all right. You see a bunch of her, form, that the tattered remnants of clothes and just, again, this ethereal drip that is falling off of her. Get blasted ahead of her as this lightning bolt courses through and past her. And you hear this terrible screech, and she stops and looks around, whips back to you, and then just has this gnarly face of rot now. Little patches of hair sort of attached to his scalp, and withered cloak and clothes, and she goes straight up through the earth above.
I growl and chase.
Nice. The
For half
hall...
a moment, I think about going through the floor, and then I just keep flying.
Nice.
I have a question. Does your dancing lights dissipate?
No, because
It's like
nothing
100
with
feet, right?
concentration.
Yeah. And you've got quite
Okay,
a...
I'm just making sure it wasn't a concentration spell.
Or is it like 30 feet, and you can put like one within 30 feet of the next?
Dancing lights is concentration. But
Emil.
oh yeah, you know what? If I fly away, yeah, they're gonna go.
But,
Sorry.
but
She
Emil
gets chased-
lit the candle as we walk.
Yeah. you watch Erwin give chase. Erwin, go ahead and make an investigation check if you would. With disadvantage because you're not sure. Basically, as you continue down, there's another like 45 feet of this hallway before you find your way up. You find a ladder at the end that goes straight up into what looks like a hatch that you can pop open, like a trap door almost. And you fidget with that for a minute. You see a sliding latch, and then you push it open, and then you're in this lower level of this keep. And
investigation
mm-hmm.
with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Oh no! Yeah, it's just. I mean, here's.
I forgot to roll all my dice.
Oh no! Here's the keep blueprint. So I mean, it is quite a keep. So you're looking at so much as you come up ahead. You're like, you're basically where's the kitchen here? Oh look, there's still someone on the map from the last time.
Oh, I remember this with the trees and the. Yeah.
So you can see the very northwestern part of this map is this little kitchen. There's a trap door. There's a ladder to the right. You open up this storage room with another ladder that continues up into essentially the kitchen area of this keep. It's got the blue carpet in it instead. Well, no, it's the bedroom.
Yeah, I'm just flying. So I think my fly speed is 60 feet.
Nice. So you're soaring around and yeah. Oops, I should probably leave that one open. Okay.
That's probably as far as I can go.
Brewer's clearing. It's not like solid earth filling the tunnel. You know, it's just a lot of earthly debris. Brewer's pulling people out and lifting, some smaller rocks and other things out of the way.
Kaylin's gonna help. She's frantically making sure that everyone is okay.
Okay. You're digging through as fast as you can, Kaylin. You see Felix pushed down on the ground nearby. Did you fail your thing, Felix, to save, or were you out of range?
Felix has 6 hit points left.
You see Felix with like a stone that kind of hit his shoulder, and he's just like buried under some debris.
I think Kaylin's going to turn to Brixie. Brixie could not, and just keep. I'm going to try and. Is Felix unconscious then?
No,
Or
he's like
that's how
really
much
messed
you
up
have
though.
left.
Yeah, he has 6 hit points left.
Okay, I'm going to help Felix to his feet. Can anyone here kill Felix?
Oh yes, yeah.
Brixie, can you... Oh, that's right, Galathor.
I love that.
You're all right, Felix. And then he dumps in 32 hit points.
Nice.
Okay. But Kaylin's gonna make sure that everyone's okay. Before she, I guess I'll start down. I'll ask her again who she was.
Brewer replies, well, you know what? Actually, he has near perfect recollection because of his, because he's warforged. He just can't remember what's been.
Brixie's gonna cast Thaumaturgy, and she's gonna change her. Never mind. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm okay.
Okay. Brewer replies to Kaylin, that was a local noble from a very long time ago. Lady Katrina Pender. The group I traveled with before had defeated her, though she was drawn into the book which she carried. I do not know how she ended up here.
Can I go into the room? Oh, sorry.
Drawn into a book that she carried?
Yes, it was. Oh gosh, what's the name of it? It's a book in the lore. It's got the desiccated tongue nailed on the front of it. Like the baby skin faces.
Mortimer, when you were offering to teach me about magic, were we going to get to the chapter of people entering inanimate objects like mirrors and books and tables and chests of drawers and wardrobes?
Eventually.
Okay.
Some funky stuff.
Brixie's going to put Mello back on her shoulder and she's going to start searching for her staff.
You dig around a bit and find it under his own. Ooh.
And then,
Has anyone seen Erin Wynn? I'll yell down the hallway for her.
I'm chasing the ghost!
Yeah, she probably. I mean, if you feel like you'd be making any noise, it's probably still too far away.
Oh, well, she's not being quiet. Like she's growling as she's flying down the hallway. Just that, and like as she flies, she's like, "I'm chasing the ghost."
As the dancing light dragons disappear. You hear from the end of the hallway, chasing the ghost. Whoosh, you see her head up at the end of the hallway through a door and up the ladder.
Chasing a ghost that didn't even attack us to begin with. Kaylin says that out loud.
Yeah, you caught that too, didn't you?
I'm going to, I guess, start going down the hall. I want to make sure that Erin Wynn is okay.
Brixie's going to try to find a stairway to just find her room, and so she can cry without anybody noticing.
Okay. Brixie, you start heading down that hallway to the ladder.
Could we all stick together, maybe?
I'm making sure one of our party members is. So I'm going to.
We should probably all follow her.
Kaylin says that. That wasn't that Kaylin tells the party.
Brixie just ignores Kaylin and just finds a way to get to the first floor.
Okay. Is Blueberry still going in?
Yeah, when the earth fell down, I'm going to assume he went back to his regular doggo form. And he's just going to kind of like try and like moonwalk into the, well, not moon, but like back. Maybe moonwalk, I don't know. Into the room where the ghost lady came from.
Ah, okay.
Preferably without being seen, but I feel like Emil anyway, just because of his perceptive self.
Nice. Yeah, that's right, 24. So, Emil, you kind of see, as everyone's talking, you hear Kaylin shouting next to you, like, has anyone seen Erin Wynn, this and that? And Brewer's, he's a bit of an obstruction. He's lifting things. As he leans down and picks something up, you see Blueberry, like Homer Simpson, go backwards into the room.
Just for everybody's FYI, that whole entire walkway is difficult terrain.
It is, yeah. Blueberry, inside, this is the room is darkened. And inside you see this pillar of soft light with a few of those light beams, like sunbeams, shing, 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 shining around this mirror that almost looks a bit like a door mirror, and just hovering in the very center of this room. Again, this is like a 90 feet distance from wall to wall in this circular stone room.
Oh, wow.
And this just floats in the center.
Okay. Can I search for a book? See if the book that the lady went into is still around.
Ah, okay, yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check. As you look
Feel
around.
like that was a bad movie, Ed. Never mind. See how it goes. Sorry, investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Investigation.
Oh.
17.
Okay. Well, so you begin looking around this room, and do you have dark vision? I think, yeah, right, yeah. I'm gonna take a peek. I'm almost positive, especially in this form. Yes, you do. All right, good.
Okay.
So you kind of, you're walking on 2 feet, lumbering around, not like Bigfoot.
Oh no,
but
I'm back to like little.
Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, okay. So you snuck in. You kind of look around and sniff around. You don't see anything as you're looking around. No books. You do see.
I want to keep like away from the center where the mirror is, like skirt around there.
Okay. Make this will be interesting. Make a perception check if you would.
Okay. Uh, 15.
Okay. It's sort of like a reverse perception check because you were perceptive enough to notice, to catch a slight shift in the mirror that catches your eye.
Okay.
And as you look in the mirror, you see... what part of this are you going to see? Labradoodles.
Dan, will enhance ability drop since I'm not near either Felix or Blueberry?
I checked the range. See what the range is. He's pretty far. Oh, yeah, but it'll have like a range like they, I think, where they have to stay in.
It doesn't really say.
We'll say it drops in for now.
Okay.
And we'll revisit it in a bit. Blueberry, you see yourself, but standing behind you in the reflection is a humanoid figure. Can't quite make out the face, but the robes seem very reminiscent. Like you know these robes they're the robes of your master. And in the reflection, this figure leans down, places their hand on the back of your head, and pets you. And as you sort of look next to you, there's nothing there, but you can feel a little bit of that pet pressure on the back of your head.
How far away am I from the mirror?
Let's see, it's about 45 feet in. You're probably keeping a safe distance. It's about 30 feet to walk up to it if you wanted.
Can I go like 15 feet and see anything?
Sure. You begin walking towards the mirror. The figure, in the reflection, you walk away from the figure a bit, and it stands up and walks to catch up to you. As you pause there, the figure comes back up to you, puts one hand back on your head, with the other, opens the clasp to your book, takes it out, takes a fountain pen of sorts out, and writes something in the book for a moment. Maybe a minute or two spent writing.
I want to get nose to the.
Okay, you walk up and you can see, as you get really close to the mirror, you can see the figure is sort of catching up to you again, but writing in your book. Now, as you look back, you can see the book in your pouch, but in this reflection, your previous master writing a note. And has a heavy sigh, and as your master approaches and gets right next to you again, you can very vividly see their face now, as your master. And they have a worried expression on their face, a look of concern, brow wrinkled. You see now the writing's not panicked, but urgent.
Yeah.
Finishes writing, closes the book, sets it back, clasps it and gets right next to your head as they scratch the top of your head. And you can almost hear in your ear, "Take care."
Can I try and like scratch the mirror to see?
You put your paw up and scratch the mirror, and there's a little bit of sway as it's sort of hovering. And as it sways, it's almost like putting your hand on the surface of water. Ripples come out, and slowly the image of your master fades away.
Just sit there and start. Yeah, I just lay down by the mirror and just cry.
Okay. This is sad. Nobody draw that, please. I can't. My heart couldn't take it.
Oh,
Challenge noted.
No.
I'll just have Jason draw it.
All right. Amelia, you notice.
Erin comes back down the stairs after searching around and
You pass
finding
Brixie.
nothing. She just kind of comes back down, just hovering, just kind of pouting.
You said that Brixie noticed Erwin, right?
Yeah, you two kind of cross paths as she's returning.
So, Aaron, what would have happened if we'd been attacked while you were up there? What would happen if we'd both been attacked?
That probably wasn't a good idea, huh?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but things have gotten a little scary since we've gone a bunch of different directions. Blueberry.
Door's still.
I think Blueberry went in the room with the mirror.
poke my head out the doorway. Yeah,
You okay in there?
yeah. And I just go back in.
Caitlin, I'm guessing, followed Erwin back once they were in the hallway. Made sure everyone got back to the room. I'm going to walk in, see that Blueberry's not in the room. Just be like, yeah.
Nice.
I'm guessing I'll probably notice maybe Emil talking into the mirror. I'll kind of poke my head in as well.
Okay.
Blueberry.
I don't answer. I'm just led by the mirror with my back to you, so my head.
Is the room lit? The mirror room?
There's just a shaft of light over the mirror, so you can see Blueberry. It's just this, coming out of nowhere. It's this shaft of light and his atmosphere, this foggy atmosphere that's sort of. What's that?
All right, I'll go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll go into the room.
Okay.
And I'll just go and sit beside Barry.
I'm going to cast dancing lights around the mirror just to illuminate everything in the room. Get a better idea what's going on.
Okay.
I put my head on Kaylin's lap and say, "Do you see her too?"
Do I see anything in the mirror, Dan?
Just
oh boy,
you and Blueberry, and Mort coming in the background.
All right.
I'll cast dancing lights to get my room back.
No, sorry, I don't.
She was there. I miss her so much.
I'll scruff Barry's ears and just kind of put him gently.
Just snuggle in.
There are people I miss too. It'll eventually get easier. Maybe.
give a little lick on the cheek. Still, just cuddling.
I'll just stay there.
I'm going to look around the room, being careful not to look in the.
Okay. The rest of the room is essentially empty. I mean, this is there's this mist, this atmosphere that just again sort of comes out of nowhere and hovers about the mirror, highlighting these beams of light that come out of nowhere just below the ceiling. Otherwise, this room is pretty empty. There are torches around the outer perimeter. There's also, in from the actual perimeter of the room, are more of those Roman columns, but they're maybe 10 feet in from the outer wall, around in a circle around the room. So most of the center of the room is just wide open, sans, of course, the scene you see before you with the mirror.
Okay, no writing on the pillars or anything?
Mm.
Okay, no writing on the walls, just the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Brixie, I'm assuming, found her way upstairs. I'm going to assume.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and you can see on the... oops, wrong document. You can see on the map there's a bunch to explore if there's any particular place that you want to go to and look at. We can do that.
Brixie is going to find stairs to go upstairs to find her room. And then, well, it's just going to write a note to the group, place it on a random table, recognizable, saying where she is. And then she's going to find a tower upstairs where there's a tree.
Ah, yes. As you look around, you see one of the stairwells. It's a tower, the stairwell that wraps around the outer edge of the tower, going up one to essentially 3 levels. There's 2 levels to this keep, and then the 3rd level rises above. And this tree, just planted in the center, grows all the way up to the very top. You notice as you're climbing up the tree rather than the stairs, you get to the top, and outside, the weather here is a bit overcast, and you're looking up at the clouds above you, and you're breathing in the fresh air. It's open. It's open above the tree here, right down into this stairwell. You can smell all the fresh air of nature. You can feel the breeze, and you see little pitter-pats of rain start falling, and they're hitting and striking this invisible dome of some sort of magical energy. And they're running down off the sides, collecting, pooling, and running down. Apparently there was another nature lover here before that may or may not have had this set up to be able to... Someone else may have also enjoyed sleeping in trees.
Brixie's gonna let her staff down so she can climb into sulk for what about her actions, and she's gonna cry quietly.
Okay.
And she left a note for a meal where she's at.
Where she wrote a note and left it where?
On the first floor, on a table
Okay.
where it's recognizable.
All right, so Brixie's upstairs, sort of writing that note, and going to climb up the tree to rest and sulk for a little bit after all that just happened. Galathor and Felix?
Is it safe in there? I was going to bring Felix in.
It's Nothing else is going on. Kalen is with Blueberry. There's nothing else in the room but the mirror. I don't know.
It's just a cursed mirror. It's fine.
It's up to you.
Yeah, Felix and Galathor are walking.
Okay. Did you say that? I can't remember if Galathor put up detect good and evil again.
It's gone. No.
It's gone. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you walk back in with Felix, and you're all in the room. What do Galathor and Felix want to do in the room? Avoid the mirror, look at the mirror, check with people, those kinds of things.
Galathor would probably have the good sense not to look at the mirror, but Felix might look at the mirror.
Okay. I guess, you know what, make a perception check for Felix then. We'll see if he perceives anything in the mirror or not.
Oh my goodness, this is the mirror. Oh, what is the mirror in
What
her?
does it mean? What does it mean when you don't see anything in the mirror?
Oh, snap! Awesome.
Now I'm a bit worried.
It means you have no soul.
That's weird.
Kalen's a zombie.
Oh, Felix is safe! Felix, no, you don't perceive anything because you don't glance at the mirror or anything. Nothing caught your eye because you didn't notice. Well, it may have been good. So. Ooh, I love this mirror.
I think Kayla would probably, because she's very heightened, she's very aware of the group right now. I'll look at Emil. Do you know where Brixie went to?
Not exactly, but she went upstairs.
Brewers, the rest of the rooms, safe? Are there any more ghosts waiting in any unopened rooms? Is Brewer there?
Brewer slowly steps into the room. I have not been here for a while, but I think a search is in order.
Let's go and search.
I'm gonna walk up to the mirror and expend my rune to do manifest inscriptions.
Okay.
So anything within 15 feet of me, any hidden runes or anything will light up.
Okay.
Mostly I'm just like looking around the edge of the mirror to see if there's something that I can find.
Man, I wish right in this moment I knew Aaron went better.
Well, then stop killing her characters.
Right, yeah. Awesome.
This is true.
Mic drop.
I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. You see a DM, yeah. What?
Kevin, you're the clip king.
Let's see. Aaron, when you cast a spell and
I don't cast it. I just
sorry,
expend
you expend your rune and send that those senses out, and you don't find anything in the area. Nothing secret. You do feel this arcane, a percentage of the arcane energy you just expended to do this, drawn into the mirror.
Huh. Yeah, so she's just gonna kind of like follow that and look at the mirror.
Okay. You look in the mirror and you see, yourself standing before the mirror, and you get a sense of feeling alone, and you notice after a moment that there's no one else in the reflection. It's just you, and that makes you feel more alone.
I look. Is everyone still behind me?
Can the rest of us see this, Dan?
No, for the rest of you, it looks like regular reflections. Aaron, when you turn around, you see everybody there. As you turn away from the mirror and look at everyone, you feel a little better. You're like, no, I've got friends. I've got people.
Aaron, are you okay?
Yeah. The mirror is broken. It's only showing me. I'm gonna tap the glass, and just be like, it's only showing me. That's weird. It's not reflecting the rest of the room.
Caitlin's going to pick up Blueberry and be like, we need to leave this room. Let's go.
Brewer says, perhaps a visit to the Wizards College of Epheron to speak with the head arcanist. She understood this mirror better than most of us.
Okay.
And turns to walk out of the room.
Quick question. I'll be the last one out.
Okay.
I'm not going to look at the mirror. The barrier that was on the door, is pretty much Brewer the only one who could lift that barrier?
Maybe if you collectively worked at it, possibly, but Brewer was pretty strong. This one's pretty big. But perhaps if you got a number of people to put it up there.
Okay, I just my concern. I'm just going to voice the same concern out loud as everybody. I think we should all agree that nobody goes in this room alone. If for some reason you feel the need to look at the mirror, let everyone else know that you're coming down to look at the mirror. I don't want anybody disappearing, and then we're just wondering what happened to you, and nobody told us you were going to go look at the mirror. And just everybody make a note to tell whoever isn't here at the time the same. That's my suggestion.
Is Seb here?
Maybe? Oh, sorry, there one.
Yeah, sorry, I am here. Yeah, I think he'd be with me.
Actually, should look at Seb. Would you mind seeing if you could find Brixie, Seb?
Emil will relay the request mentally.
Okay. If you want Seb to do so, he'll definitely.
Okay, yeah, so Seb goes off to look for Brixie.
Thank you. Hey, that's an excellent idea, Morty.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to go in that room.
While Brixie's on top, she's basically going to write a letter to Caitlin.
Okay, you're up top, doing your best to draw this letter on the limb of the write this letter on the limb of the tree, or on your lap, or whatever you're using.
I'm using my lap. Basically.
Okay, you're writing up there. The rain picks up above you, and you again see it hitting this invisible dome and running off. It looks really beautiful. You can smell the fresh scent of the air, of the water rather, that rain smell. Meanwhile, downstairs, everyone's piling out of the room, and as Mort reiterates his ominous warning, Brewer slams the door shut and begins hoisting the slab back in place, and that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Yes.
And I'll send you. I'm gonna write it out.
Oh, neat.
I'm gonna probably send it to you only.
Okay. Oh, how exciting. Blueberry, I'm so sorry!
You had to look, didn't you? You had to look.
I have a -1 intelligence.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I just
damn.
the visual image of a blueberry walking backwards into the mirror.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh, amazing. I can't wait for Blueberry to look at her book, in his book.
Can we have Blueberry wear like the Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal hat now instead of his
Oh, that'd
hat?
be awesome.
And just one thing on his paw. Just like one
Yeah.
sparkling sock.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's so
You step in a pile of glitter. That's
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, what is the mirror's name in the first Harry Potter movie? Where
Erised.
Erised.
Yeah, there we go.
It's desire backwards.
Ah, nice.
Oh, never clocked that.
Yeah, when you realize it, it's like, oh, that's kind of really unoriginal.
It's the Ekans of Harry Potter.
Yes.
That's so great. Oh, wow. All right. So a special thanks, double thanks to Steph, A, for being here during the con again. Awesome.
Yes,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
I am
B-
so happy. I'm so happy that I made it.
Yes. Us too. B, for allowing everyone to have real dice tonight. Because you. That's
Wait,
that's-
is that nice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Trixie,
Yeah, since Steph had to use it. Yeah.
Well, nobody told me.
I'm sorry, Pixie.
Oh. I was like, wait, wasn't anybody rolling in Instagram? I was so confused.
Nice.
And then I heard dice, I was like, crap. Well, different word for it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so great.
But no, seriously, the reason why I was late is because I did get, no joke, I've been watching Oron High School Host Club. And I got cut off. It's just like, wait, today's Friday. I looked at the time, I was like, well, I haven't had my phone, and my phone has been on silent, and I usually know when to come on. I was like, why haven't I gotten a call?
Where is everybody?
And I was like, oh crap.
Another huge thanks to Beth too, who's here at ODark30 her time. So thank you, Beth! Yay!
Yes.
Perfect episode to get back into the swing of things
so
too.
glad I'm back. It's been awesome.
And a huge thanks to everyone, of course. Oh, go ahead, Beth. If you've got to split and get to bed, do so. Yes.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Have a great night, Beth. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks again, everyone, viewers and players as well. Hope you all have a wonderful night. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.